Oh, Bella's on the move. You're live? Slay. Yippee!
2 minutes. Strong.
Welcome back to #that. I'm Liz Ippolito.
And I'm Kat Tallman. We're back with the latest Hollywood news updates. We've got everything from Keke Palmer to Pokémon.
All that and more from Hamden to Hollywood. We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. From Hamden to Hollywood.
We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
This past Tuesday, Die Hard star Clarence Gilliard dies at age 66. Details of Gilliard's death have not been confirmed, but his death was a shock to all. His colleague, Nancy Usher, Dean of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, spoke on his passing, saying, quote, "It is with profound sadness that I share this news," said Nancy Usher, Dean of the University of Las Vegas College of Fine Arts. His students were deeply inspired by him, and as were all who knew him. He had many extraordinary talents and was extremely well known in the university through his dedication to teaching and his professional accomplishments. Gilliard can be attributed to iconic films such as Die Hard, Top Gun, and Walker, Texas Ranger.
In important news, this was this week's discussion on the Table Talk with Alex Jones. Over several months, we've seen Ye make questionable posts and comments of different topics from the artist. This time, with Alex Jones on a podcast, Jones prompted West to tell the world that he isn't a Nazi and that he isn't anti-Semitic. But instead, he took the opportunity to admire Hitler and address his frustrations on how he is negatively perceived in history. YouTube took down this interview, but it is floating everywhere on social media. So to all those with bigger platforms than #that, and to those with close to no platform, remember that what you say carries weight. So have your words be of value.
In some more lighter news, calling all hotties, Megan Thee Stallion was just named the first ever black woman to be featured on the cover of Forbes 30 Under 30. Megan had an incredibly successful year, which she attributes to her newest album, Traumazine, which she released in August, grossing over $13 million. Megan spoke on her album saying, quote, "This album was really personal to me. This is like the first time I ever talked about things that I'm feeling or talked about things that I'm going through. So it kind of made me nervous to write a lot of these songs," end quote. Fans congratulate Megan Thee Stallion on this inspiring achievement and cannot wait to see what she will do next.
A new documentary is underway. The royal couple of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle want their story to be known. Netflix is going to provide a 6-part docuseries directed by the 2-time Oscar nominee Liz Garbus. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex shocked the world with their trailer this week. Harry says in the trailer, no one sees what happens behind closed doors, and now it's our chance to see inside the world of the royal family. No release date has been announced yet, so stay tuned.
This week, I was lucky enough to sit down and talk with Kristen Bernstein, the current producer of Only Murders in the Building, to talk about her career and the show. Hey Hashtag, it's Liz, the executive producer for Hashtag That, and today we are lucky enough to get an interview with Kristen Bernstein, who currently works as the producer as Only Murders in the Building. Besides that, she's the producer for Evil and The Good Wife. Starting off, what is the most memorable project to you that you've worked on?
It would have to be The Sopranos, I would say, because it was, besides being just a phenomenon and an amazing show, it also ran, I think it was 7 seasons that ran over the course of almost 10 years. So what was great about it is we would do however many episodes we did, and then we could go to another show and then come back to it. So we'd always be able to go somewhere else, do something else, and then come back. And it just was, they're all great, they're all impactful, but this one was super impactful because it was truly a phenomenon.
How would you compare working on a TV series for a streaming platform compared to one on network television?
When I started doing network shows, network meant the shows that I was doing 22 episodes a season. So that was 9 months, 9 to 10 months. It's a lot. It's a marathon. It's a real marathon. And most of these streaming shows are half the time. So when I was doing network television and that many episodes, you can only do really one job a year. So you're kind of committed fully to that.
Which of your past projects has taught you the most?
I learned something different on every project, even if it's the same project that I go to, like when I was on Sopranos or I was on Good Wife or something. You know, I stayed there for a long time, and every season there was something new to learn. That's another reason why I like jumping from project to project, because everything has a different subject matter.
How would you describe your experience as working as the producer for Only Murders in the Building?
Oh, it's been great. It's been really great. Again, it's comedy. I was not on the first season. I just watched it as a fan. And so that was really fun to step into the second season and just see how, just be new to it all, have it be new to me, but old to other people that were here. It's been great. I mean, but it's very different.
What can fans expect for next season?
Oh, it's going to be great. It's really going to be great. Taking a little bit of a new direction, but so much fun. Everyone is going to be thrilled, I think. Just gets bigger and better.
That's all I have for this week on Hashtag That. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Quinnipiac Sal Club had a showcase this past weekend where students were able to show their work of visual arts, and here to tell us all about it is Erin Russell.
Hi hashtag, I'm Erin Russell and I'm here with the Student Artists League for their Visual Arts Showcase. Today we have a few interviews with a few members of their cabinet and some art for you to see.
So the purpose of this event was to promote the art of Quinnipiac University to higher places. So we have our artists, our photographers. Either way, it's visual art, so any art is accepted. Even we showed 2 films, a short film made by one of our eBorn members, Grace Doyle, called She's Perfect, and I showed one of my films as well called The Purchase.
Yeah, so in the spring we're hoping to have some guest speakers come in, doing another art showcase more broadly this time rather than just visual arts. And we're also hoping to hold a dance called the Paintball at the end of the year.
Awesome, could you elaborate on what that is?
Yeah, so it's still kind of in the works, but we're hoping that it can be a kind of gathering for artists in the Quinnipiac community to kind of celebrate the end of the year and all the work that they've done.
I love art, I love photos, I love everything that's in general related to art. And I feel like with the Student Artists League, that is our mission, to promote the arts to higher places on campus, to other campuses even, and even possibly the world.
Art can do so many things, it can be political, it can just be, an expression of yourself. So I think it's really important to allow our students to have these opportunities to engage with that part of themselves and share that with others in the community. We have an Instagram and we have a YouTube page as well, Quinnipiac Sal.
I look forward to covering more Student Artists League events, and that's all we have for today. Back to you guys at the desk.
A lot has happened this week, both good and bad in Hollywood, and here to tell us all about this week's Hollywood highs and lows is Tim Malone.
Happy holidays hashtag. This week, there's a lot to go over. Let's get started with a high. Keke Palmer is pregnant. The 29-year-old actress shared the news this weekend during her opening monologue while hosting Saturday Night Live. She is expecting with boyfriend Darius Jackson. Fans speculated she was pregnant, and she addressed those rumors in her SNL opening monologue by saying, quote, "There's some rumors going around. People have been in my comments saying Keke's having a baby. Keke's pregnant, and I want to set the record straight. I am," Palmer said while opening her jacket on stage to reveal the baby bump. Palmer said that this has been the biggest blessing, and she is so excited to be a mom. "I'm really sorry, but it's time for the dreaded low. Noodle, the viral dog on TikTok famous for his no bones or bones day predictions, has died. Noodle's owner, Jonathan Graziano, posted on Instagram this Saturday announcing that the 14-year-old pug died Friday. In a video Graziano posted to social media, he said, quote, "He lived 14 and a half years, which is about as long as you can hope a dog can. He made millions of people happy. What a run." The little dog became famous in 2021 when Graziano began posting morning TikTok videos of Noodle deciding whether he was going to stand up or flop down in his bed. This determined a bones day if he stood up or a no bones day if Noodle decided to sleep in. Graziano would encourage fans to promote self-care on No Bones Day, which was a popular message during the COVID-19 pandemic. Back to a Hollywood high, the new Netflix series Wednesday, starring Jenna Ortega, has shattered Netflix records. Netflix reports that Wednesday just broke its record for the most viewed English language show in a week, with 341 million hours viewed. This beat the very popular Netflix show Stranger Things Season 4, which was at 335 million hours viewed. It's no question at this point that the new series based on the Addams Family source material will probably receiving a Season 2, even though Netflix has not announced it yet. But the real question is, how soon will we have to wait to see more of Ortega's portrayal of the grim Wednesday again? That's all I have for this week's Hollywood highs and lows. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Tim. This week we asked you guys what you thought were the most iconic Christmas songs, and here are the results.
All right, let's see it. All right, not a surprise here. I think we all kind of saw this coming. All 42 of you who voted, thank you. We saw that Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas is You, that was a clean sweep, 52%.
It is always going to be one of the best songs of all time. I love that song.
Undoubtedly the best. Mariah Carey is the Tom Brady of Christmas. You heard it here first. There's no question about it. It always brings the holiday cheer. And I just personally love that song.
I think Underneath the Tree should have had more votes. Coming in at 7% is kind of weak. That Kelly Clarkson holiday song, I think, is neck and neck of like a pop song for Christmas when Mariah Carey is obviously going to sweep the board. Kelly Clarkson coming in as strong as she did with a nowadays hit, like All I Want for Christmas Is You is over 20 years old,
Yeah.
right?
I was really shocked by that. I didn't think that it was going to be under 10%. It's Kelly Clarkson. What are we doing? It is top 3 best Christmas songs, and it wasn't even over 10%. I was shocked by that. I personally love the song, so I'm really sad to see it didn't rank as high as I thought it would.
My personal favorite came in only at 5%, which was 1 vote. I like the Charlie Brown Christmas Time Is Here, the one that goes, I think it's gentle. I think it's nice. I think it's peaceful. I want that playing in the background of a nice campfire with my hot chocolate, with the Christmas tree to my side. That's what I like.
You know, Kat, I don't mean any disrespect here, but that is elevator music. I don't even consider it near Underneath the Tree or Last Christmas or All I Want for Christmas Is You. Of course, it's in the classic Peanuts, but it's not up there with the big dogs, and that's all I have to say about that.
So your favorite was Last Christmas?
Oh, yeah, Last Christmas by Wham. There is nothing better than all the 80s nostalgia that it brings. It just puts me in the best Christmas mood. That's my personal favorite, but I'm glad that a good amount of you guys, 36%, liked it too. But yeah, that's all we have for this week on #Rank. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Jules, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
We're back with the latest Hollywood news updates, and here to spill all the latest Hollywood news is Haley Ruscio. What do you have for us, Haley?
What's up, guys? We have so much news straight out of Hollywood, so let's jump right into our first story. The 48th Annual People's Choice Awards will be held tomorrow, December 6th at 9 p.m. by E! News. The award show, which calls itself, quote, for the people, by the people, end quote, is completely decided by the public, with the nominees and winners being determined through an online vote. Topics for the awards span everything from movies to TV shows to music to podcasts, with 40 categories for people to vote on. However, fans have noticed that nominees for categories like the movie of 2022 seem to be based more on box office draw than how well received the movie was, with Jurassic World Dominion and Thor: Love and Thunder receiving nominations, despite getting less than stellar reviews. Do you guys think that award shows should listen more to the public when determining nominees and winners, or should we leave the decision to people in the industry?
Thank you, Haley. I really enjoy this question because I think that we have award shows like this for that exact reason, because if we're going to really admire a work of art, we should definitely go to the professionals who study film cinematography and all that type of stuff. But for shows that are for the people, by the people, this is when we get to recognize pop culture and the impact that it has on the past year. If Minions movie wins, then 2022 will be remembered as the year of the Minions. And I'm okay with that. I'm living history. What do you think?
I agree with you there. For the People's Choice Awards, I definitely think it should be the People's Choice. I saw Jurassic World Dominion, and I don't think that it should be up there, but I definitely think it should be our choice, the people, because we're the ones paying to see the movie. We're the one consuming the content. So I think that it should be more the people's choice than the industry's choice. What else do you have for us, Haley?
Well, personally, I think that the People's Choice Awards did the right thing by calling the category what they did. They called it the movie of 2022, not the best movie of 2022. So I think that's where their specification comes into play, and I think it's the right decision for them to make sure that they're not saying that this is the best movie of the year. But next up, the long-awaited trailer for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny dropped this past Thursday. The trailer featured lots of fast-paced action, adventure, and the classic Indiana Jones theme that we all know and love in the trailer. We also got our first look at stars Phoebe Waller-Bridge playing Jones's granddaughter, Mads Mikkelsen playing the villain of the film, and a de-aged Harrison Ford. Ford has confirmed that this will be his last Indiana Jones film, saying, quote, "This is it. I will not fall down for you again," end quote. Where do you see the Indiana Jones franchise going from here? Do you think they'll decide to recast Jones or do a spin-off? Or is this the end for the famous archaeologist?
You know, I don't think that this is the end for Indiana Jones. He's been around for so long. There's rides at Disney, there's books, there's movies, there's shows. There's so much content about Indiana Jones, so I don't think that this is the end of it, but I do think that it's the end for Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. I think that this is a very stressful job, and I think that when it's time to call it quits, it's time to call it quits. So I think that there's a possibility for more spin-offs, but I don't think we'll be seeing much of Harrison Ford. What do you think, Kat?
I agree with you, and if we're going to make Indiana Jones into something that is going to go beyond what we have now, I think we could be able to make spin-offs for a younger generation, and we could have more TV shows. So this opportunity that they have in their hands right now to be able to make something beyond what we've already created in the movie franchise is something that's honestly exciting. I think there's a lot of potential for Indiana Jones, and we're not close to the end. Anything else, Haley?
I completely agree with you guys. I think that Indiana Jones can be a timeless franchise if they decide to continue it, and I think there's plenty of room to have somebody else step into the shoes of Indiana Jones and go on the same adventures that he would have. But moving on to our last story, have you been itching for some more tips for getting through school? Well, you're in luck, because it seems like the cast of Nickelodeon's Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide may have some new content up their sleeves after 15 years of being off the air. In a TikTok posted on Friday, the show's stars Lindsay Shaw, Devin Werkheister, and Daniel Curtis Lee are seen using a sound from the movie Irma Vep, in which they say, quote, "I want you back, please," end quote, before panning to a sign that reads, Ned's Declassified Podcast Survival Guide. This news comes after a long slew of rebooted and revived Nickelodeon projects like the iCarly series, live-action Fairly Odd Parents, and new Rugrats show. Are you guys excited for the new Survival Guide content, or do you think there's been too much nostalgia bait lately?
I personally am really excited about this. I love Ned's Declassified. I've been a huge fan for years, and I used to always find it super helpful when I was younger. So to hear that there's a podcast coming out, I'm beyond excited. As for the nostalgia bait, I don't think that there's too much. I think that we're seeing just enough, because obviously Nickelodeon, the shows haven't been as good as they used to be, so it's time to bring back something that they know that works. What do you think, Kat?
You have a great point with having it not be as great as it used to be, because I was sitting here thinking of what Haley said, that it's been 15 years off air, and I think that's absolutely crazy. So I think the opportunity to be able to do it again is really something special. So thank you, Haley, for the Hollywood News Update.
Thanks, Kat. And that is all I have for this week's Hollywood News Update. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well,
I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Thanks for sticking with us. The newest Pokemon game, Scarlet and Violet, was recently released. So let's see what Marcus Ferreira and Michael Katz-Flynn think the comparison with Pokemon Legend Arceus, which was released earlier this year. Take it away, guys.
Hey hashtag, welcome back to another package. I'm Michael.
And I'm Marcus. Today we're going to be talking about Pokemon's successful 2022.
After a handful of disappointing entries on the Switch, 2022 has really turned the chapter for Pokemon on the console.
After 9 months of speculation, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out November 18th. Some may argue Pokemon Legends Arceus started Gen 9, but this was the true start of the next generation.
Legends Arceus came out at the beginning of 2022 with very positive feedback, being wildly different from any other Pokemon entry we've gotten. Once screenshots started coming out for Scarlet and Violet, fans were hoping it would follow suit.
Now that the games have been released, it's clear that they took some ideas from Legends Arceus, but still differ in many areas, for better or for worse. The main aspect taken from those games is the more open gameplay. As in Legends Arceus, there were segmented areas free to explore, but in Scarlet and Violet, you're free to explore an entire open world.
While Legends Arceus had a Pokedex of 242 Pokemon, on Scarlet and Violet has a Pokédex of 400, with more to come in the future through DLC and transporting data. Capturing Pokemon has a more traditional battle system in this game, while Arceus was just, you catch the Pokemon in the overworld and that's that.
While the remakes Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl that came out in late 2021 were very traditional and didn't change much from the original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Legends Arceus uses the region and the Pokemon in wildly enhanced and unique ways, providing gameplay that's nothing like anything that came before it.
Arceus had a random array of starters featuring Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott, while Scarlet and Violet gives us 107 new Pokemon with 3 new starters, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley, along with plenty of returning Pokemon. This brings the total Pokemon count to over 1,000.
On the gameplay and story front, Scarlet and Violet are completely unique. Instead of one main linear story, there's 3 paths that can be challenged at any time and in any order that you want. Starfall Street, which has you take on the Evil Team Star's 5 bosses, Path of Legends, where you're tasked with taking on 5 superpowered Titan Pokemon, and Victory Road, the more traditional story of gathering 8 gym badges to fight the Elite Four and the region's champion.
After playing both games, I'd say Nintendo has improved on the average quality that we got with Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, and Sword and Shield. The future of Pokemon definitely looks bright on the Switch, and I'm very excited.
That's all we have time for. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you guys end up enjoying the games as much as we did.
This week we will be playing a game of hashtag this or that holiday edition. The first one is hot cocoa or holiday cookies. I gotta go holiday cookies.
I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight at all.
There's just something more fun about baking with your friends and family than getting scalded by hot chocolate. I'm just more of a cookie fan, but that's just my personal opinion. Me and my grandma make them every single year, so I love. It's just always. It's so traditional, and it always brings people together. So I personally like.
Which Pillsbury is your favorite? They got the elf hat. They got a snowman one. They got a Christmas tree one. The sugar cookies.
I think those are, I like them. I don't love them. But I think the elf hat is the most fun. You gotta love Will Ferrell, and you gotta love that movie this time of year. So I think Will Ferrell and elf, that cookie is the best one. Next we have, perfect segue, Elf or Home Alone?
Elf, easy money.
Yeah, Elf is the best Christmas movie of all time, and Will Ferrell just took it that extra step. My favorite memories are watching it every Christmas Eve with my family, and I just love laughing like it's the first time I see it. There's nothing like it.
If I will show Home Alone some love, I can appreciate a good series. We don't have an Elf 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for there to be multiple Home Alone movies, I can appreciate to go back to back to back. That could be a whole day.
That's a movie marathon.
A movie marathon.
Home Alone is great for this time of year. Next, All I Want for Christmas Is You and Wham's Last Christmas. So we got into this a little bit before. I'm a bigger fan of Last Christmas.
I'm a bigger fan of Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You. I could hit the high note if you want me to right now, but I'm going to respect everyone in the studio. You know, we all can't be Mariah.
Yeah. No, we all can't be Mariah, but they all kind of start sounding the same. There's nothing that sounds like Last Christmas. To me, that's what I think about that. Next, building snowmen or a snowball fight.
Snowball fight. I really enjoy that now they're making those fake snowballs that you could buy at like TJ Maxx, and you can do it in your dorm, you could do it in your room, you could do it at a family gathering, just
I'm gonna have to go building a snowman on that. My favorite memories with my sister are building snowmen when we would have snow days, and it's just something special. And it stinks that we don't get snow around here until January. But yeah, those are all the hashtag this or that's that we have for this week.
So moving on to celebration, we'd like to wish Mean Girl star Amanda Seyfried a very happy 37th birthday. Seyfried is the most well-known for her Mean Girls role, Sophia. Mean Girl, she was a lot of roles, but she was Sophia in Mamma Mia. She is a beloved actress in many of my favorite films, and hashtag that wishes her a very fetch birthday.
He may have 99 problems, but his birthday is not one. Jay-Z celebrated his 53rd birthday yesterday, December 4th. This iconic rap artist has won 22 Grammys and sold 75 million albums worldwide. We hope Jay-Z had a great day.
That's all we have for this week on hashtag that.
Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts and download the Q30 app on the App Store to stay up to date.
I'm Kat Tallman.
And I'm Liz Ippolito. Thank you for watching the hashtag that from the producers, the talent, and everyone working hard behind the scenes. Thank you for watching. Happy holidays, and we will see you again next semester.